Welcome back, everybody. Here we have another construction update on this cloudy Sunday afternoon. One of our viewers, one of you guys, asked us to come out here after 3 p.m. so we could get an idea of the shadows and the sun and all that. Well, we are here after 3 p.m., but with these clouds, well, we're not seeing where the sun lies, unfortunately. Sorry about that. We tried, but the weather did not cooperate. Let's go take a look and see what we could see this week. This entire area on the southeast corner is totally cleared. Previously, it was full of equipment and trucks. Remember, this is where we had that tent, that kind of semi-permanent tent that was right here. That's been cleared out. The land has been flattened. So it looks like they're really close to just pouring some concrete right here. And once that's poured, it's really gonna feel finished here. As we zoom in across, looking at the west section, we can see those solid pink seats there. So obviously some nice luxury seats, we think. They look a little more fluffy and not so plastic, but right there, smack dab in the middle, some nice plush pink seats. That section looks completely finished. This concession stand or ticket booth is getting a little more work on it. It's got this little shelf-looking thing here on the side. Obviously, gonna hold some sort of signage, I'm guessing. Obviously, I don't know, but it looks like this to me looks like a perfect place to grab a beer. Ed is under the impression it could be a ticket type thing, but I think it's a little too close to being inside the stadium for tickets. But you never know. We'll find out on game day, I guess. As we walk along the east, we see all this freshly laid concrete. This was done, I think, last week, but it just shows how quick it all starts to really come together. All this has been laid. All these poles have been added this past week, it looks like. And just coming along, these finishing touches are happening really fast. And as we peer along the east side, something that's really cool, we saw the beginnings of this last week. Look at here. We keep talking about this each week. Is it going to be glass that's going to cover up the metal work? Nope, it's going to be a screen of some sort. We saw the beginnings of it last week. One small little strip was put in last week. Now we've got an entire section. We can see it's some sort of screen that goes across the entire eastern side. They're going to obviously close in the rest of it, and that's covering up all the erector set. So it's not completely covering it because you can see through it, but it's the more economical way of kind of closing up this metal as opposed to some sort of glass or anything like that. It's a much more economical, yet still, it looks good. It looks okay. I mean, remember, this is not our main stadium forever. This is the temporary stadium or the USL team stadium, but it's really coming along. So once they put that up, this whole section is going to be pretty much done. Now we're over here by the Heineken bar, and these are the poles we saw them putting in last week. They've continued all along this east side. Lots of poles going up. Not sure what that's going to be for, but obviously some sort of partition is going to go up against these poles. That's what it looks like. Right here is where your Heineken bar is going to be. Right next to the newly planted palm trees. My wife took a look at that and said, hey, we're going to have coconuts. Along the construction, somebody lost their hubcap. All right, now I see what those poles are. That's going to be the gate. That's going to be the gate for the actual stadium. So I guess this portion of it, you'll be able to walk up to anytime. But here, this is the gate, because you can see right here, them filling in the little pieces of the gate. So maybe there's fencing that goes in between those bigger spaces or more wrought iron. But that's what this looks like. Is going to be the gate to keep people in or keep people out. All right, the sun is starting to come out a little bit on this cloudy day. It's right up here. It's making it a little harder to see. But here is the corner where, like I said, the Heineken bar is going to go. Here's our supporters section. It's all coming together, guys. From here, we could get a pretty good look at the back side of the VIP, West Side VIP. area. And from here you could see they got the yellow stuff up on one side, but then on that back side, the panels have been put up. It's fully enclosed there. We saw that started last week. And also something interesting, people were concerned that this would get done in time, you could see the roof. It's just a canopy roof. So if you're familiar with the 163rd Street Mall and the way they've got that canopy there, that's been there forever, this looks similar. So it's just a kind of a canopy that's gonna go over that top portion. All right, we are now on the back training fields. This is the high school football field, soccer field, and they are installing the stands here. I think it was around 1,500. It's going to hold about 1,500 people, and so they're hard at work right now, Sunday afternoon, putting in the stands on both sides of this football field. So two different high schools locally will be using this. Forgot the names of the high schools. Stranahan might be one of them. Here we can see some stairs for those stands. You can see basically it's just metal, a smaller version of what the rest of the stadium is. All right, so this is again for the high schools and any other, I guess, small events that may, games and so forth that may happen. High school football, soccer. Now we're on the back training pitches. You could see these are the training pitches that are not currently being used. We all know that the first team has been using the facility for training, but not back here. And you could see that there's still some seams in this grass, but those seams are getting closer and closer. Another week or two, and this is going to be ready to get, they could play on it if they wanted. But you could see that as you look close, there are still some seams from the sod, but it's really growing in nice. It looks like it's about ready for a cut. All right, on the farthest, most northeast corner, this right here is the shed that we saw them building last week. Look at how quickly it went up. Last week, it was only had a few walls. Now it looks basically done. And it's just a shed, so obviously it goes up fast. This is where they're going to keep all their lawn mowing equipment and all that. This is for the grounds crew. But this thing went up really fast. All right, we flipped over to the west side, and we're looking at pretty much finished training facility. And if you look closely, I'm not really sure how it comes out here on video, but if we zoom in, you can see, and I can see it more so with my eyes, the Inter Miami sign right there through the glass. Finishing touches, folks, they're coming. They've added this stairs to come down from this balcony area where there's going to be lots of tables and seats for people to have their lunch. So now they've added the stairs there that weren't there previously. With all the rain today, look how muddy it is. Just tons of mud everywhere. All up in my shoes, mud everywhere. This time of day, we can start to see that they have the lights on inside the training facility. See that square box of lights there, ring of lights. And that wall, that partition wall for the players to walk through, looks complete. They've got the color scheme on it as well, so that looks really, really nice. And it looks like this is getting ready for some concrete or something like that right here. From here on the west side, we get a really good view of that VIP building. Guys are hard at work right now. You can hear them drilling, putting up the solid black panels all along it. This is around 4 o'clock p.m. on a Sunday afternoon. Tons of people here on a rainy day. Lots of activity, lots of workers making this happen. It was really nice of them to remove the fencing from here. So this side on the west is wide open. Anybody could walk through here. I'm not going to, and I wouldn't recommend it, but there's nothing stopping people from doing it at this point. When we look at this VIP area, along the sides, you start to see the glass that's going in. So you'll have nice views of the parking lot here, and then obviously glass will go on the other side. We get nice views for the game as well, as you stand and enjoy your luxury beverages right next to the supporters who are bringing the noise. As we move away from the VIP area and start looking at the full west side, here's our purple wall that's almost all gone, thankfully. Now it has the Same color scheme and checkered look that the training facility has. My daughter says this looks like a Lego building. So the checkered look to her reminds her of Legos. But we can also see the screens have been added right here as well on this side. So in the original drawings, artist renderings, it looked like glass, but in reality, it's like I said before, a much more economical screen. Still, it's enclosing all the rafters and metal, and it's looking very, very clean and modern. And if we zoom in right here, you'll see these glass doors. Some people have asked me if there will be a pro store here, if a team store will be here. This is, to my best understanding, where they will be. So you got these nice glass entrance doors. Somewhere around here, according to the plans, is where the team store will be located. Here we have a look at the southwest corner. It's a little bit blocked by the Orchid Man, but stadium itself is pretty much done. We've got some more palm trees over here and some more signage. If you're a VIP and you want to get dropped off, this is where you're going to come, right here on the southwest side. All right, guys, that's it on this Sunday afternoon. We saw a lot. I mean, the finishing touches are happening. You know, those of you, myself included, that have been worried if they're going to make it in time. Now, Eric had told us the deadline date is February 20th. That's this week. I don't think that's happening. But they're going to make it before the game, March 14th, for sure. The finishing touches are happening. They're really close to fences are down, walls are up, and the VIP area, lights are out on the training fields. We're basically done, folks. It's just the finishing touches. A lot of trees getting planted, some more pavement needs to be laid, but that happens really fast. So it looks great. It's really coming along. Lockhart is back, folks. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you next week.